Matthew and Johanna have been married since July 2011. What's their secret to a happy marriage?
From the get-go, I just told Johanna that, look, it's really selflessness, and we just help each other. It's not about you do this and I do that and I pay this bill and you. No, we don't really. It's all about oneness. That's the mantra for our household, just oneness and unity. And if you come into our house, just be advised. We joke a lot, we play around a lot, we do some crazy stuff. Yeah, we're very crazy and creative.
What was hard for me is just sharing as things bother me, because I tend to sit down and process, like, what is really affecting me? Is it this? Is it really this? And Matt said to me, just share with me when you're processing. So even if it seems as if it doesn't make sense, just talk to me. So I'm learning that, and I'm just learning who I am in the marriage. And yeah, different things. I mean, even stuff where people say, okay, so how do you share the responsibilities? Who cleans, who cooks, this and that? We just work it out because it's our house. So Matt hungry, he'll cook the dinner for both of us. The place won't clean, we tidy it. We don't have no issues with toilet seat up, cap leave off of the toothpaste or whatever. Those things are trivial. So we just work it out. So I think it's so much better because we have a standard to live by, and that is God's standard for marriage. And we're not saying that things don't arise, but just how we deal with it is very important. So I love it so far. I mean, my friends ask me, because I think I'm the first out of my lot of friends from high school to get married. And I was like, it's great. Like, I'm not just saying that like, oh, it's great. And there's issues, but it's great. I love it.
I just see marriage as the right and next step of our union, which signifies, a commitment to each other. And more importantly, our commitment to God. Why it signifies our commitment to God? The fact is, for the marriage to survive, I just think God needs to be at the center, and both individuals have to be committed to Him. So that's how I view marriage, and I just saw it as a next step of our relationship, something that really strengthens us and forms us into Christ-likeness.
Who said bridal showers were just about fun and games? Johanna has been able to apply lessons learned there in her marriage today.
Sometimes it sounds cliche, like, communication is everything, but when you get married, you really see that communication is everything, because there's a lot of times if it's not explained, or, even non-verbal cues, because that's a part of communication too. Those things help you to pick up what the other person is really feeling. And I think I got a joke. So, the scripture talks about, not letting the sun go down on your wrath and stuff. So someone was saying, well, if you're angry, just stay up all night. Don't fall asleep until you talk about it. But no, I don't do that. But we try, what we call, I got advice really from my mommy, because I know she and daddy usually do what they call pillow talk. So they usually have most of their conversations when they're going to bed, like when they head on the pillow. And me, I might have pillow talk. Sometimes even don't fall asleep already, so I'm chatting to myself. Other times it's the reverse. Matt's talking, he's like, Joe. So sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't really work out, but we continue to say, were you saying something to me last night? I said, yeah, and then we continue the conversation. So I think the communication part that they spoke about, just being key, being open, being free, even when you think it may have a negative effect on the other person, it's really good to still talk about it. That was really important for me.
And for the men, Matthew shares his experience with money and marriage.
I don't even think I'm still at that. I don't think I'm at a place right now where I can say I can fully have all the assets in the world to take care of Johanna. And if that's what you're waiting for, if you're waiting for the assets before you get ready, before you get married, that is, by assets I mean a car, money, a house, I'm the wrong person to give you advice where that is concerned. I got married without a master's, I got married without owning a house, and I have no regrets. I got married and I had to sell my car, and the funds from that was used to pay for our honeymoon. Now, a person may say I'm crazy, but yes, I did sell a car, and I was blessed with a new car after. Note, I was blessed with a new car after. I never had to buy a next car. And that's how God works. You may have to sell certain stuff and get rid of certain stuff, and He just blesses you even double. I'm not saying it's a standard for everybody, but I'm just saying, I mean, that's a God I've seen work for me. So to answer the question again, I am the worst person to ask how much money did you save so that you can take care of your wife. I had some investments, but honestly, it it could not take care of this woman. I know she's not a high maintenance woman, but honestly speaking, my decision to get married was not based on finances. It was based on the fact that I believe it was the right timing. The relationship grew to a level where it could have only been matched by placing a ring on her finger and then us culminating that with I do. Not by saying, all right, I have $1 million now. So 2 months time, I may have 1.2, and then I can get married. And then the 1 million will be for her and the 200,000 will be for the wedding. And no, it was not based off material gain and gaining material stuff. So that, no, that's how I function. I just function off the Lord's leading. You know, I live in a faith-based economy. Even though the Jamaican economy is rough, I still reside in a faith-based economy. And it just revolves around trusting in God and just going by His leading. And that was what I used for my timing to get married. The Lord's leading, not assets or the amount of money. And trust me, you ever go hungry, you don't want to be hungry. You're hungry now, don't you?
Wise words from the Samuels. Let's hear what advice or counselors have to share this week.
I believe that Christian young men would not be comfortable to be cohabiting before they make the commitment. For commitment is what makes the marriage a marriage, and that is what will help the marriage to grow and for the marriage life to be fruitful. The challenge is that when people live together, when a man lives with a woman before marriage, it is going to be very difficult for him to decide on getting married. For if he's experiencing what marriage life is all about, then it is going to be difficult for him to want to commit himself to what marriage life is really about. So a man will not want to. Once sex is involved, a man is comfortable with that. And he doesn't have to have a lot of other things. Once sex is a part of the relationship. And living together for a man is all about sex. And if that is in progress, then why would I need to go all the way around the road to come and get married? So a man living together will not so be excited about getting married, for he's enjoying the life already. And so we need to understand also that when people live together, it is also a prescription for separation, because a lot of research have proven that individuals who live together before marriage, it is a very easy thing for them they get divorced and many of the relationships break. So I still believe that anybody who follows the word of God is moving in the right direction.
Well, we have to remember that women are emotional beings. And when we say we're going to commit to someone, we commit wholeheartedly. Everything goes into it. When you're in a relationship with someone and they say, let's live together, a woman goes into it and she gives everything, her body, her mind, her soul, everything goes. And if somewhere down the line that woman decides or that man decides that this is not for me, they have to probably start all over again. You have to remember, marriage is blessed by God. He blesses it if you honor it. Why should a man commit to you after 2 years of living together if he's already gotten everything from you? What's going to be new after marriage? Just the china? Just the gifts? So you have to think about what you're giving up, your friendship. Can it ever be the same again after you've given them your all? You have to look at the physical components of it. What if you get pregnant? What if you contract some kind of STD? Is this the life that God wanted us to have? And that is why he says you need to keep everything. Wait until marriage. Keep it within the marriage union. You have to remember, too, sometimes a man may say to you, if we live together, we'll get to see if we're compatible. And living together and being married are two separate things. You commit differently. It's on a different level. That when you're married and there you have a problem, there's some kind of argument that comes up, you tend to just throw your hands up and say, forget it, this is too hard, I'm moving out. When you're married and you're committed to each other, you tend to work harder at it. Marriage is work. We don't tend to make the same kind of efforts, to put forward the same kind of efforts if we are not fully committed. And we know that we take those marriage vows before God, before everyone. So when you know that you may have to back off of it, you think about not just yourself, but everyone else that is going to affect. So you tend to work harder at it. You tend to want to ensure that this relationship works if you make that kind of living arrangement after marriage.
It's been 1 year of marriage. Matthew and Johanna share their experience.
It's very critical we realize us in this world. Don't let people fool you. A man needs a woman. And I need you more now than ever before. Not because I'm married, these ladies don't stay off. They still make side comments and you're so sweet and there's some weird things. So you need to, I need my wife now more than ever.
From strangers to friends who became one in an old English-themed setting, they model a vibrant love story. Many years to Matthew and Johanna.
Every morning I sing, good morning, Matty, how are you today?
This is on TV, babe.
And then he gives me a look like...
That's embarrassing.
My morning song.
Okay, so why did I say okay? I don't want to say okay. Scrap that, you hear, editors? Hi, I'm Sarah Campbell, once again, your event planner. No. Hi, I'm Brian Johnson.
Oh yeah, Sarah special. So what's up, dude?
And that is why he says you need to keep everything. Wait until marriage. Keep it within the marriage union. Did I forget it? Oh, yes, I did.
You need to know how many people you need to invite. You need to fly like a bird. Go. Anyway.
Visit our Facebook page for the chance to win amazing prizes.